What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Cyrus Obsidian here. We have a 7th place regional top with Dracotail. So let me turn it over to the professional here, who will give you the profile.
Howdy, my name is Drake Reynolds. I'm a professional bad hairline haver, and today I played Dracotail. I played some odd choices just to fit the way that I like the deck. So I'm really excited to get into it, and I'll discuss those a little more once we actually get to them. So starting off, we'll just put the side and the extra over here, because the most important part is the main deck. For the Dracotail monsters, 3 Lukias, the worst normal summon. Lububu is better, because this doesn't lose to Imperm, doesn't lose to Ash. You can do it again on your opponent's turn. This card is actually, I would argue, the reason to play the deck. In a similar way to Razio Cross, a mid-chain negate is broken. This card was incredible. Every time I only opened Key 2 as a starter, I searched this instead, because this just loses to so much. Obviously, the 3/5 mana, broken card, very good. 1 Pan, 1 Urgla. Shout out to Jesse Cotton. You only need 1 of these. I'm going to talk my trash where I can. I don't want to brick on these. They're plenty accessible whenever you need them. This card was actually really nice. I played against Mitsurugi Yummy today. That was terrifying. And this was really good against that because it just helped me float and stay alive enough to stabilize. And that's it for the Dracotail monsters. We have the highest density of non-engine in any Dracotail deck that I've seen so far. So we've got 3 Ash, 3 Crow, which I liked much better than Ghost Spell because this beats Lupus, smacks the Yummy Field spells out already, which is really good in a deck where we already have a ready MST type effect in the deck. Obviously, the Molcharmies 3 and 2, we can just use them as fusion materials, so they're really, really good, even if you draw them going first. The 1-of Magnamut card's really nice, just lets you disrupt your opponent even more annoyingly. There's interactions with Philia Regis where you banish their card and bounces back to hand. That's broken. I never got to do it, but if you can loot this card, this deck gets so broken so fast. And then 3 Fenrir. This is the GOAT. This card walked to so many victories. It makes the Yummy matchup a lot easier. Even if they do the snatchy to synchro into the cookie, the flip your guy's face down. This still lets you attempt to banish the Herald, so this gets rid of the only part of that end board that matters for this deck through multiple interactions, while also beating Izuna, because this deck has problems with Izuna and Lupus. It has a lot of issues with that. So I wanted just as many cards to beat that as possible. For the other just miscellaneous engine pieces, 1/2 King of the Swamp. I guess I'll pull out the Poly as well. This card was really good. I'm not playing Dragoon, so in the future, this should be Black Sheep, because this has to discard to the graveyard, and Black Sheep just has to discard. But it's fine. It never came up today. It's just like a minor optimization thing. And then Hedgehog Beast.
Oh, so beautiful.
I made Winda 1 time today, and that was the first time I've made Winda in my time playing the deck. Because we're not playing it for Winda, we're playing it for something else, which we will get to. Restless Spell Traps, 3 Rahu, 3 Ketu. These are some of the most pushed cards I've ever read. Also around Called By in the main. Llamado por la Tumba means it banishes 2 cards. No, it doesn't. And then 1 of each trap. The backbone of this deck's resource game, just drawing bonus cards is crazy. Against the Mitsu player, Flame negated his prayers that tributed, drew into an Ash, so I could Ash the Habakiri that immediately after. That was disgusting. That actually let me come back from that, because I got back late from lunch, so I had a game 1 loss there, so I gave that man the run back. So 40 cards in the main. You don't want to go over 40 in this deck. You want to make sure your deck is as consistent as possible, because that's the way this deck wins. It wins by being consistent, by being low to the ground, by playing around everything as much as possible. And I wanted the main deck to be built in a way that most enables me to do that. The extra deck, why does this card do what he does? 3 Arthalion, card's broken. You can loop hand traps to put your opponent on inevitability. Just lets you just bounce all of your resources back. This card's unbelievable. Double Gulamel, also phenomenal. I don't need to explain these. I don't think these cards are just insane. 1 Secretarion, 1 Mysterion. I never summoned the Mysterion. I summoned the Secretarion once against Yummy. And that was to let me get one of my it was to let me summon a Malulu back to extend with one more fusion. Philia Regis, I never make this. I'm tempted to cut it, in all honesty. I've made this one time total. Star Source comes up. Yeah, gross.
So
and then the
beautiful.
reason we're playing the Shaddolls is the El Shaddol Shekinaga.
Just look at that old T, guys.
Oh, yeah. Same one I played during a cash format because for some reason I wanted to play tier in cash format. Why? I don't know. But the reason you do this is you'll notice we're on Hedgehog in the main instead of Squamata. This means that Shaddol Fusion, usually as a board breaker, is going into things like App Cologne and sending Shaddol Genius, which is really good, but I didn't want to dedicate that to like the extra space to a purely going second card that I'm never summoning the hard way and that isn't even a starter. Meanwhile, this, you can dump Lucius, because Lucius is in Earth. I have seen some people playing Grista instead. I think that's wrong, because technically, yes, dumping Urgula is stronger than dumping Lucius, because it's also an MST, but the Grista is never doing anything going second. Because this negates the effect of a special summon monster, where Grista just negates the special summon itself. And everything that's summoning, unless your opponent, I think you might be able to Grista an IP. I don't know the rulings on that, don't quote me. This is just a lot better because then you can send Hedgehog to search either Beast or Dragon, which, spoiler alert's in the side deck. Love this card. It's came up a couple of times. I think I've won every time I summoned this except for once. Really good card. And then you can just play Guardian Chimera because we're on Poly. It never came up, but I threatened it one time and it didn't matter. And then this is also something that's weird. We're on one Cross Sheep, one SP, and one Typhon. We're not on the Spheres line. I never found myself in a position where I was able to go for it and also end on an optimal board. I almost think it's like quote unquote win more because yes, it's a great part of your end board. But just with the way that I play, I never found myself using it because I prefer to normal Malulu and play lower to the ground. That's it for the extra deck. A little saucy, but otherwise nothing too crazy. I mean, this kind of feels like the... there was the joke in 2019 about how Sky Striker is like the soup from Kung Fu Panda.
Oh.
There is no secret ingredient. This is the same deck. The secret ingredient is Winda, so that's a pretty bad secret ingredient. For the side deck, 3 Lancia because I respect Malice. I didn't see it, but this also does decent things against Crystron, so this still stays on the list. 3 Droll because Mitsurugi is not dead yet. It was really funny in the last round, which I ended up losing. On his own turn, he said Droll's not real, and then I ended up Drolling him. So the Droll turned out to be real. Unfortunately, it wasn't real enough. If it was real, I wouldn't have drawn it for my 6th card, and then I would have been like 3rd or something, maybe 2nd. But oh well, it is what it is. Dragon for Shaddol Fusion reasons. This card's goated.
You're for Star Wars. I can begin taking your payments and getting you all signed in.
I do my little dancey dance. And then Talents, Duster. Should have been an evenly here at some point, but I think this is just a little better. That's the downside with the Shaddol Fusion Edge is it doesn't give you space for like thrust into like the other breakers. But it still turned out fine. And then Judgment was goated. I forever stand by this over Strike. I played Strike for one tournament over Judgment, and I lost a match because of it. I'm sorry. Shout out the pros. Strike is not where you need for this deck. You need Judgment. Because Evenly. People are already playing Evenly for Vanquish Soul, and Evenly is also very good into our board. That's why I lost game 1 because of the last round because Dew was maining Evenly because he was playing White Forest, and I didn't have an out for it. No, literally, like I had to, and I did what I could to keep my engine online. Like I bounced my own fusion to draw my cards so that Flame, when it does negate, can put the horn back. But it just absolutely kills you. So you got to have an answer to it. But yeah, that was it for the list. I think it performed unbelievably well. The only things I lost to was just Paradise Smasher round 1 and then just Droll for turn round 6. Like I lost the first and the last rounds, and I don't think there was much more I could have done about that. Yeah, the list felt great. Like I don't think I'd really change anything. Maybe find space for Evenly, but like that's super nitpicky.
Perfect. Thank you, Drake. And is there anyone you'd like to shout out or any people you'd like to shout out?
I want to shout out Santiago Armijo. He can't trash talk me for not getting the top anymore. I want to shout out my boys back home. Shout out the boys in Dayton. You know who you are. Shout out Duke City. These fellows are goated. Absolutely amazing community. They welcome me with open arms, and I'm super thrilled to be here. But yeah, Yeah, I'm just absolutely satisfied. Could not be happier to have this happen.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Drake. And again, this is a 7th place Dracotail deck profile.
I'm gonna take your word for it. I can't count that high.
So we'll catch you in the next one, guys.